Hello everyone, it's Amy, and I'm just here to show you how I made the oval shaker embellishment for Nina Rabina's challenge. I was asked by Amy Green to show how I made them. And so the way that you make them is you need to cut 3 spacers, and what I have here is just this is kids foam core, or also you can use on the ones that I actually did for Nina. I just used chipboard, and with the chipboard I probably used 3 or 4 layers. With the foam core, definitely you just need 3. It gives you plenty of height. You want to have some height there so that your shaky stuff can shake around. I already cut 2 of the foam core, so here's my 3rd one. And then you're also going to need a backing. So for the backing, I have here somewhere, there we go, I have just a piece of cardstock. And I actually think I'm going to leave this color in the background, so I'm going to adjust that the way that I want it to look. I'm not supposed to be cutting into this plate, so I'll flip that over so I'm cutting into the top plate, which is what I'm supposed to cut into. There we go. So this is our base, and we have 3 layers of spacer, and then we will need a top, decorative paper for your top, and we'll need a piece of acetate. There's our piece for the top, and then just a piece. This is just some excuse me. This is just a piece of acetate that I had from some packaging. I always cut my acetate off my packaging. Now this I am going to have to make it a little tighter. It's definitely going to need some real pressure to cut through the acetate. And if it does not cut through the acetate, it will give you a really nice groove, and you can just use your scissors and you can just cut. I think I still need even a little more pressure. You can just cut around that oval and it will be the same size as your die, because you used your die to get that imprint. Some of your flat dies will cut through acetate and some of them won't. And sometimes you just have to put it through a few more times. Okay, and I'm just going to show you, I could make this tighter. There's my oval. I could make it tighter and make it cut through because of the type of machine that I have, but I'm just going to show you how easy this is to just cut around here. It's almost cut through anyways. And I'm just going to actually cut right around that oval that my die made the imprint of. So there we go. Now the only ones that we leave solid is our base and our acetate. Those are going to stay that size. The others we are going to take, and I like to stack them together. So that they're all even. And my die will probably not cut through here. It possibly could have enough pressure because the foam core will give a little bit. But what it will do is it will at least put a dent on the next one down, whichever one it doesn't cut. I'm going to center that really well. Put my top on there. I definitely can't have that much pressure going on. Let's try this. I like to put them all together so that basically they all cut the same, in the same spot. And I did kind of move that as I was putting it through. Okay, so but now I have my top. And this one has not cut. So I'm going to line that back up again. Put that on there. And I'm going to fit, you can fit your die right into that groove. Give my machine just a little bit more pressure. And try it again. And the reason that I do it this way is just for me, that's the easiest way to line it up. If you can think of another way that's easier, you could do it that way. And this time it did cut through all of them. Okay, so now we're going to take our base. We're going to glue our 3 layers to it. We're going to fill it with our goodies, put our acetate, and put our cover sheet on there. I'm going to be right back. I have to go grab my glue. I forgot it. Okay, so I grabbed my glue, and all we have left to do is to put this together. So all we're going to do, if I can get my glue open, is just put a little bit of glue around the bottom. Is it going to come out? No. Luckily I had a glue holder with 2. Let's see if this one works. Okay. Just a little bit of glue around the edge. And you don't want it to squeeze out too much because you don't want your little sparklies to stick to glue. So we're just going to layer this up. We've got our bottom, and then we've got one of our spacers. Just going to spread this around. Put our next spacer. And I try and keep them in the order of when I cut them so that they're the same, so that they all have the same, I don't know how to say it, so they're in the same spot, so they're all the same size, because that could be off just a little bit. So if I were to take this and turn it around a different way, it may not fit. Okay, so we got our bottom, and then 3 spacers. Let's give that a push together. Whoops. Don't let it slide all over the place. Just kind of manipulate it till it gets in the right spot. It'd be best if you probably had a wet paper towel so you could wipe your hands off. Would be easier for you. Okay, that's good. And then I just chose, because this was blue, normally I would actually let this dry so that my shakers did not stick. But in order to finish this in a timely manner, we're just going to put these in here. I have some little seed beads, and I have some sequins, and I'm just going to put them in there until I feel like I have enough. And I think that that will do right there. I still have a few left, but I don't know that I want any more in there. Yeah, that looks like, well, oh, what the heck. No, that's it. We're going to stop right there. And then just put some more glue on here. Of course, now I set it up, and it's going to take me forever to get it out. I get some over here that dripped. Just going to make sure we get this covered nicely. And the only thing is, you do want to make sure that when you're gluing all this together, that you get it glued together very well. Like, I mean, you want to cover all your spots, because you don't want a little spot opening up and letting all of your little seed beads and stuff out, because you're putting tiny stuff in there. You want to make sure it's sealed all the way around. So then we're going to put our acetate. Which I think needs to go this way. And then On this one, I'm going to put the glue on my top. I don't want to put it on the acetate because I don't know exactly how far out I need to go. Put that around there. And then we'll put this right on the top. And when you do this, you'll do a little better job because I'm rushing. I've got it off just a little bit, but yeah, at least you know the order and how to put it together, but you've got nice depth here. And then we've got all of our little shakers inside with our pretty paper on top. And that is how you make the shakers that I made for Nina's challenge. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope that this helped. I hope this is something that you enjoy, Amy. And thank you everyone else for watching, and I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.